Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
The Daily Compliance News for November 7, 2023, the Apology Accepted edition. We begin with that story from the Financial Times as the UK privacy watchdog, the ICO, has apologized to former NatWest chief Alison Rose for suggesting she broke the law when she spoke to a journalist about the closure of Nigel Farage's bank account. The statement read, quote, "Our investigation did not find Ms. Rose breached data protection law, and we regret that our statement gave the impression that she did," end quote. This is why you need to make an amends and not an apology, because Ms. Rose was required to resign after this scandal about Nigel Farage and alleged breaching of his data privacy rights. So very late from the ICO. Next up from the BBC, a somewhat disturbing story about what is being asked of Indian workers. The billionaire Narayana Murthy, the father-in-law of the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, said that young people in India should be ready to work 70 hours a week to help the country's development. He said that India's productivity is one of the lowest in the world. Therefore, you got to work more. So how's them apples for Indian workers? 70 hours a week, and you thought working at a law firm in the United States was miserable. Well, get ready. Next up from Reuters, you have to admire the ingenuity of plaintiffs' lawyers as they are invoking a Cold War illegal wiretapping statute for retailers who use chatbots to tell customers how to navigate returns and other questions within the company. Plaintiffs' lawyers argue that when companies on their websites use live or automated chat boxes, they may be run afoul of the California Invasion of Privacy Act, which makes it illegal to covertly eavesdrop or record telephone conversations, includes a private right of action and a potential statutory fine of $5,000 per violation. Seems like a big stretch, but remember, new causes of action come because plaintiffs' lawyers stretched. And finally, a cricket integrity issue arose in a a World Cup match. And the question is, do the rules absolutely positively have to be followed? Or if there are unforeseen circumstances that would seem to require amelioration of the rules, should they be applied? Good luck. It's cricket. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.